Hey guys, Tactical. So, the last 3 weeks. They always say that it's going to sneak up on you. It definitely did with me, partially because it kind of jumped the gun, but it just begs the point to be kind of ready for it. So, the last 3 weeks for me, kind of here's what went down. So, there was a whole conversation with the boss man about me trying to get an extension and blah blah blah, and I wound up deciding not to take the extension. So they had to recalculate my terminal leave, and when they did that, I had roughly 2.5 weeks till my terminal leave started. So I knew right off the bat that there was no way I was going to be able to check out where I was in that time frame, so I kind of pushed it back to the following Friday as far as when I was going to actually try to fly out. So I'd have a little bit of leave time to actually finish kind of wrapping up everything. So a couple of the big things for me checking out was getting my orders, which you need for most everything, medical, and getting my truck shipped was a big one. So I was able to kind of go in and talk to the household goods people ahead of time and get a jump start on some of that paperwork, especially in move.mil. And then once I got my orders, I was able to go back in that day, and just the way it played out, I was able to I went on a Tuesday, they picked up my household goods on a Thursday, so I kind of got lucky on that one. They were going to be over there anyway, so I kind of lucked out on that one. And with that too, I had done a good amount of pre-planning as far as that went. So I had everything that was going in my household goods move over here, and everything else that was going in my checked baggage over there. And everything that was staying in the room was like somewhere else, in cabinets or whatever. So it was like when they showed up, it was like pack that and nothing else. And I had gone through that pile like 10 times, and I had gone through every drawer and closet and wall locker and everything else like 10 times. So that went pretty smoothly. And then medical, that went pretty smoothly as well. It went pretty quickly, but part of that was because just like I'm not taking any medication. When I went in to see the dentist, it was like 2 or 3 minutes of him looking in my mouth and being like, oh, you really don't even need a cleaning. It wouldn't hurt to get one, but you don't really need a cleaning. And when I talked to the doctor, same thing. No medications, no medical problems, no changes in medical history, quick in and out. And I was actually able to start setting up medical appointments before I got my orders. And then before everything was finalized, I had to give them a copy of my orders. Getting my vehicle shipped was another story, because it's the same thing. If you've ever seen a vehicle shipped in the military, it's one of those, like, it's got to be vacuumed and cleaned and washed and, like, no dirt, blah, 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 etc., etc. And then the dude goes over the whole thing, and, like, every little dent, scratch, nick, chip in the windshield, the seat where I get in and out of the truck is cracking a little bit, so, he wrote that down. All stuff that I was aware of, but they're going to make notes of all of that. So it kind of sped the process up a little bit, because I knew what he was looking for. So I'd point stuff out to him like, hey, this is busted over here, I'm aware of it, I'm not going to try to blame you for it, so if you want to write it down, fine. If not, oh well. So that kind of helped out a little bit. And then the whole time, because it was kind of short notice for me, I was expecting to stay a lot longer. So I didn't really have a whole lot of time to think about anything other than, what do I need to do? Pack, what's going to fit in my checked baggage, making sure my room is clean, all that type of thing. So there were a couple of nights where I'd kind of started to wind down for the night and had a little bit of time to think, and it was kind of like, yeah, this is over with. Like, I'm about to be out of here. Like, within a week or two, I'm gone. I'm done. Like, this is over with. But other than that, it was really just kind of overwhelmed with, trying to make sure I dotted all the T's and crossed all the I's, so forth and so on. So, I mean, the biggest thing I can say is, as soon as you know that you're leaving, start planning. Start looking at what you have, figuring out what you're going to call and throw out or give to friends or whatever, what you're taking with you, what you're shipping, how you're shipping it, all that type of thing. If you're shipping a vehicle, or just making sure that your vehicle's ready for a road trip if you're driving. Start looking at all of that stuff well in advance, because it will sneak up on you regardless of how you're going to do it. So, that's kind of what happened the last kind of 3 weeks of me rushing to try to get everything done. But anyway, until next time, guys. Bye.